Hope everybody's well, happy. Hope you got some rain. I talked to some folks this morning, said they got rain, but we sure didn't. We'll give you some too. I want to talk to you tonight. Come thou with us, and we will do thee good. When Moses and the children of Israel were getting ready to leave Egypt for the promised land, when Moses was in the wilderness where he met his wife, father-in-law Raguel, he had a brother-in-law named Hobab. And I reckon when Moses came back to Israel, when God called him, told him to go back, Hobab, his brother-in-law, apparently came with him. Now they're getting ready to leave and go to the promised land, Canaan. And apparently Hobab was he was a man of nature, because Moses talked to him, asked him to go with him. He said, you, and let me say that I'm going to quit reading, because I found out that really frustrates me. It gets my thinking messed up. It gets me to questioning everything because I have to concentrate so much on seeing stuff. So I'm just going to tell you about it. I'll tell you where it's at. It's in Numbers 10 is where it's at. He told his brother-in-law, he said, we're going through the wilderness. See, there's about 1 million of them. They've not been there before. See, those folks have been slaves for 400 years. And I heard a fellow say one time he believed God answers prayers on the end of a hoe handle. I believe that's right. If God leads you to do something, we're going to have to try to do our part to make it work. So he said, you can be eyes to us in the wilderness. In other words, he said, you know what's going on, and you can look out for us. You can save us a lot of trouble. He said, Hobab said, nah, I'm going to go back home. Moses said, he said, listen. He said, God has spoken good concerning his people, concerning Israel. He said, anything good that he does to us, we'll do it to you. Ain't that good? Anything good God does to us, he'll do it to you. Do you know God blesses us like he did Abraham? He said, Abraham, I'm going to bless you, but I want you to be a blessing. So that's the way it works. God, but I'm bad about it too. When we get something good, we want to think it's ours, be stingy with it. But he said, if you'll go with us, all the good that he does to us, we're going to do it to you. Now, I want to say a word or two about Israel, and then I'll get to our part in it. You know, when God called Abraham, he called him. Eventually, he called one of the boys. He called him Israel, and that became the name. See, when he called Abraham, he didn't just call an individual. He called a country. Abraham became a country, Israel. And he showed him all the land. I mean, he took him out there and showed it to him, put him in a place where he could see it, kind of like going to Rock City and seeing 7 states, I think. He showed him out. He said, all this is yours. It's Israel forever. And folks were still living in forever. Something has happened, still going on. You know what's going on over in Iran. That's significant enough. I just want to mention it to you. Iran proposes death to Israel and to America. They hate Israel. It's not Iran. It's not the people of Iran. It's the mullahs and that left-wing religious organization that's running it. But they hate America. And here's the deal. Muhammad lived in the late 600s, in the late 6th, 7th century, in the early 7th century. He said that the end would come with Armageddon. We would have Armageddon. And the Mahdi, M-A-H-D-I, he would come and save the world. You know, that's a little bit similar to what Jesus, you know, he's going to come set up his kingdom and rule the world. But here's the deal. According to their thinking, if there's such a thing as Armageddon, he'll come to save the world for the Muslim group. And here's the thing, if they can get the atomic bomb, they can bring on Armageddon. That's their religious zealotry in motion right there. If they can plunge the world into chaos, that means their dude will come back and rule the world and everything's going to be good. Now, do you see where they're coming from? They're not listening. They're not going to give up the idea of getting the bomb. They're not going to do it. And 2 or 3 years ago, the idea that they would be in the position they're in now was just, listen, it was just too far. I didn't know how in the world God was going to save Israel from the hand of Iran. North of them, Hezbollah had over 100,000 missiles. This is stuff I've done before. 100,000 missiles. Gaza right there in their doorstep. Listen, Hamas, no telling what they had. They were going to do big things over in Libya. The Houthis, they were in the same thing. These were proxies of Iran. And their sole purpose was, at the right time, they were going to annihilate Israel. Now listen, here we are. Iran is on their heels. Hamas it's over with. Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis. That is a miracle from God. A great miracle. It's just unbelievable that could happen. That's not just a threat to Iran, to Israel. That's a threat to the homeland, to us. Now I want to say this. I'm not going to want to pass up opportunity. You know, Donald Trump moved the American embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. That was back during his first administration. The reason that's significant, every president, I guess since Israel had been around, had talked about doing it, promised to do it. Nobody ever did it. He did it. Donald Trump has proven to be the greatest friend of Israel that America has ever provided. And God said that those who are Israel's friends, God will bless them. I'm happy, I'm thrilled that America is friends with Israel, and they've seen the success they've seen. Oh, listen, It makes my heart warm to hear about that, to think about it, how God has done something so good in our day. Now, let me get to our thing, and we might still mix a little of that stuff in it. 3 things I want to talk with you about. First of all, Moses told Hobab, he said, if you'll go with us, whatever good God does to us, we'll do to you. You know what Moses was literally saying? He said, we're a bunch of do-gooders. And in this context, man, ain't nothing wrong with that. But he did promise the good that God does to Israel. He said, Hobab, we'll do it to you. Now, the first set of words I've got is good doctrine and good direction. Now, let me tell you why it's important that your doctrine is good. Doctrine is what you believe. The Bible says that the Bible itself is good for doctrine. What we believe about the Bible is doctrine. It may or may not be what the Bible says, but what we believe is our doctrine. You know, they talk about presidents. They try to put it in a capsule form, a few words to describe the essence of that man's presidency. His doctrine, the Truman doctrine, Bush doctrine, you heard that phrase, the Trump doctrine, they're trying to figure all that out. You know, we just got our taxes hooked up the other day. You know, we didn't have to pay income tax on Social Security. We were thankful for that. We were very thankful. I saw a lady on there, she went to the White House. I'm sure that was staged, but that was okay. She went to the White House to thank him for no tax on tips. You know, she said she had made $100,000 last year in tips. Now, that was cool. I was thinking of a fellow the other day that works this swing shift. He's on 2, off 2, works 3, off 3, you know, that kind of thing. He has 4 overtime days. I mean, he has 4 overtime hours a week or a month. I'm not sure which it is. But, you know, Trump took the overtime off, taxes off of overtime. There's a lot of things he's done. This thing of boys and girls in sports, or boys and girls sports. You say, why are you talking about that? I want to talk about some good doctrine with you. The idea of putting boys in girls sports, that's not a good doctrine. That's bad. We're fortunate. My doctrine is this. We're fortunate that we have what we have in our world today. The good things going on. That the world is a safer place. The borders closed, all that. I'm very thankful. I want you to know I'm thankful for it. And it's significant. Very, very significant in the safety and the security of our people. That is a good doctrine. But let's get it down to the church. What we're inviting you to do, if you're not a church person, we're inviting you to come to church with us, and we're promising you that it'll be a good experience. Now, the reason I said what I did leading up to this, I want you to know that I'm not some new age, new kind of thinker. As I saw the other day about a preacher in his obituary, they said he was creative. I hope that was in a good sense. As far as the word, I'm not creative. I'm old school. And I wanted you to know who's talking to you. That I'm from yesterday. I'm not in the new kind of thinking. You know, the Pope, he's been weighing in on some things. He's fixing to surprise us. He's fixing to come up with some new things. But I want you to know I'm old school. I believe that a person that recognizes they're on the wrong road, and they'll turn and they'll come to Jesus. And listen, here's the thing. He's not asking you to jump through hoops. He's not asking you to do the impossible. He's asking you to believe that he is God's son, that he died for your sins and got up out of the grave. And he says, because I live, you'll live too. Jesus wills it to be so. We're not going to live because we were in the right church. We're not going to live because we did the right kind of works. As a matter of fact, if you're looking around to do the Lord's work, the Bible said Jesus went about doing good. In all my years, I've never run up on anything that had a tag on it, said, if you'll do this, this is God's work. I've never found it. But I have found a lot of opportunities to do good. Listen, it didn't solve the person's problem. I've gone to many a funeral where people were brokenhearted. I've gone to the bedside where someone was sick and medically it was hopeless. And all I could do was pray with them, give them a hug, and tell them I loved them. They felt better when I left. You know why? I've been there. I've had a hug. One time, man, Santa and I went through a tough situation. When it was over with, this fella came up to me. He said, man, I believe you need a hug. He gave me one. It helped. I promise you, if you'll do good, listen, I'm an old man, but I know the church well enough. I know people that I went to church with. And they'll do you good. They'll do right by you if you'll come and go with them. Listen, a lot of people look at the church and they want to fuss about who goes. And listen, the church paid my salary for 50-something years. I know more about the church than 99 out of 100 people, and I still love the church. Had it to do over again, man, I'd jump in it again. My prayers are with the church. Joey Arnett says pray for them. They got fires going on down there. Pray for them. Bless you, Joey. Good doctrine and good direction. Now let me listen to me. Here's why your doctrine is important. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. There's a bunch of quacks running for office here and there. They're wanting you to vote for them. This dude that got elected mayor in New York, he came out unashamedly and told them he was Muslim. He practiced the Muslim religion. Listen, that dude honors Sharia law. He doesn't honor the Constitution. The Constitution is in conflict with his law. All these people are wanting is a foot in the door. When you go vote, man, look them over good. There's some quacks out there. Their doctrine is bad, and eventually, if enough of them get in charge, America's direction is going to change drastically. Israel will no longer have a friend in Washington. It's that serious. So, good doctrine brings on a good direction. Now, the second thing is good devotion brings on good discipleship. You know, the word devotion is not used in the New Testament. I wonder why. I don't know why. But I did go back and look at some of the places it's used in the Old Testament. And the Bible God said anything that's devoted is holy unto the Lord. It has pleasure. It has a special classification. A special classification because it's devoted unto the Lord. When I do weddings, I say they exchange their rings, and I say, then are you devoted to one another? Devotion. We may have a hard time working it out. The Bible said, work out your own salvation. Put it into daily practice. We may have a hard time, but bro, I want you to know, in our heart, we are devoted. We love Jesus. And we want to do what pleases him, and our heart hurts over people that are not saved. For whatever reason, whatever excuse, whatever it is they feel keeps them out. They may have just not found that convenient place yet. It troubles us. It troubles us. And listen, our discipleship is simply this. It's to be a follower of Jesus. We're believers, but we're also disciples. We're followers. We have denied ourselves. I'm not bragging. I'd be ashamed if I couldn't tell you. We have denied ourselves. We have taken up a cross. We've followed Jesus because discipleship is what's going to reach other people. It's going to help us out. Oh, sure, it's going to cause us to be blessed, but discipleship is going to be a blessing to you if you're not a part of the church. Now, let me give you one more thing, then I'm going to shut up. Good distance and a good destination. I don't talk much about heaven. I don't know what to say about it. I don't. I know the Bible said it's never entered into the heart of man the things that God has prepared for them that love him. But I am faced nowadays more than ever. Sandra and I had a talk the other night, and I told her, I said, Sandra, we agree. I said, do you know that you and I are getting to the age that one of us could be gone any time? But you know, it's not such a sad thing, really. Oh, listen, I don't know what I'd do without her. I don't know. She doesn't know what to do with me sometimes, but I don't know what I would do without her. Looking back over. But here's the catch, folks. Here's the deal. Heaven is a shorter distance than it used to be. I think about the friends, the loved ones, the family that has gone on. Folks, they're not stacked up like they put them on file in some of these above ground burying places. These people are apparently walking and talking. There's something going on there that can occupy them. Listen, Simon Peter, John, all those boys, they have been there for years and years, and apparently they're just as content now. I can't imagine being totally content. Something that would keep me in that frame of mind. See, I'm not going to become part of a big brain. I'm not going to be part of a big thought. No, when I get there, I'm still going to be me. The distance is close. But here's the thing about it. It's been close all my life. The shadow of death looms large across our path. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you're with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Your staff keeps me in line, and the rod keeps the boogers away. Friend, listen to me. If you've not settled this thing about your relationship with the Lord, find you a church to go to. We went out to Pleasant Ridge with David Baker and those folks. I thoroughly enjoyed. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I loved getting to go to church with some of these fellas, and I got some good thoughts. Yeah, old David threw some stuff out there. I had to get my phone down and go to notes and put some thoughts down. Find you a place and go to. They'll love you. They'll treat you right. They'll do good to you. And what God shares with them, they'll share it with you. Don't put this thing off. It's too important. It's too important. I appreciate y'all letting me visit with you tonight. Hope everything will be well with you. Joy is Sandra's cousin, her first cousin. Well, actually, she was married to Sandra's first cousin, but Miss Joy she's our cousin. She says they're having some terrible wildfires where she lives in Brunswick, Georgia, and she's asked us to pray about it. Do that. Hope you have a good night. Hope things will be well with you and you have a good week. But come on and go with us. We're do-gooders, and we'll do you good. God bless you.